Have you started your journal?
I brought a diary.
Have you written in it yet?
Well, Michael hasn't really done anything wrong, so...
The journal establishes in the eyes of the court a pattern. When Michael calls Lauren, when he drops her off, when he picks her up, when he makes child support payments, any and all interactions you have with him.
Right, but really it's so if Michael does something bad, I have documentation.
Hey, he's the one that has to do something wrong before that works. Amy, I'm a terrific divorce attorney. That's why you're paying me so much money you can't afford not to live with your mother.
I have a hard time seeing Michael as a bad guy.
Well, try not to dwell on the positive, because he won't.
What do you mean?
I mean, we have to assume he's keeping a journal. I mean, have you ever been late to pick up Lauren? Has he ever seen you have a glass of wine?
Oh, my God.
And then there's the matter of your sexual activity.
Yeah, well, there is no sexual activity. I think my virginity's grown back.
Really? Because Dr. Carroll said the two of you spent an evening reinventing the wheel.
That's a lie.
Does this ring any bells?
Tracy?
You don't have to be modest, Amy.
I barely kissed you.
And then there's Fred Fellman.
Freddie Fellman? That was high school. I didn't sleep with Freddie Fellman. He just told the lacrosse team.
Freddie has a different account.
You lying little worm. Why aren't you older? What are you laughing at?
You're naked.
Oh, I get it.
Gets to stay up until 8:30.
Eat your toast.
Stephanie can stay up as long as she wants. Same with Jennifer, and she's 2 months younger than me.
Lauren, I thought we decided together that your bedtime was 8 o'clock.
Daddy and Leisha let me stay up until 10 o'clock.
They do?
Leisha says she's a libertarian. What's that?
Somebody who doesn't have children.
Why should I go to bed when I'm not sleepy?
Because, Lauren, to grow up tall and healthy, you need at least 9 or 10 hours sleep at your age. And mothers care about this more than anybody else. Your friend Chanel, for example, she doesn't care how strong your bones grow.
Chanel stays up for a Letterman.
Eat your breakfast.
Trucker by the name of Jack McEachern found a boy curled up in the parking lot this morning about 5.
Curled up as in asleep?
Likely left behind by travelers in his pajamas and all. He won't give us his name.
Mind if I try?
Well, that's why we called you.
Mr. McEachern, I'm Maxine Gray. Good morning.
He's a strong silent type.
Can you read? This badge shows that I am a social worker for the Department of Children and Families. That means you can talk to me. Did your mother and father tell you not to talk to strangers? Well, that's right, but I'm sure that they also told you that it's okay for you to talk to policemen. Mm-hmm. Well, this man is a policeman. Well, what is he then?
A park ranger?
A park ranger?
His pants are poofy.
They're jodhpurs, and I am a real policeman.
If we call a real policeman, will you tell your name and phone number?
Mm-hmm.
Dispatch requesting a local Boy Scout out at Honcho's truck stop on Route 44.
How's it going? Ow. Oh, Vinny, I'm
remarkably sorry.
That's okay. That's, I didn't hear you coming.
You were deep in the artistic fictive dream of the writer.
What time is it?
Almost 9. I gotta get to work. Judge Gray's gavel hits the strike plate at 9:30.
I've been at this computer since 5 a.m. Is there something...
No, of course not, no. Except, me and Oscar's 4-month anniversary's coming up, and I want to give him something special. So I wrote a poem. But I want to be sure it's not stupid.
Well, I'm sure that...
Because Oscar's a real poet. I don't want to humiliate myself.
You want me to read?
Only if you promise to be hard on me.
Oh, I'll be...
Thank you.
One resisting arrest, one disorderly conduct, 4 possession of controlled substances, and 1 kid fighting to move to adult court. Are you all right?
I'm not sleeping well. Having these weird dreams.
Cut down on your caffeine.
Without caffeine, I wouldn't be conscious right now. It's a vicious cycle. If I don't get 6 hours sleep, I'm a basket case.
6 hours, huh?
What? I'm a weakling?
No, I'm studying for an exam Friday. I would kill for 6 hours.
An exam? What kind of exam?
We also have King v. Rowan today.
You say that as though it should mean something to me. What, is this night school?
Child psychology. You never heard of King v. Rowan?
No. Are you going to be a child psychologist?
It's a long-term plan. Look, we have a tough day, Judge Gray. Starting with King v. Rowan, so...
Bruce, how tough can it be?
Mom, you're crushing me.
What are we going to do?
Hey, Mark's gonna be fine. We're gonna deal with it.
The doors were all locked. I looked in on him at 2 a.m.
Okay, you okay, buddy? He's okay. Make a muscle. Attaboy.
Want to see a magic trick?
Honey, get the camera out of her face.
Does Mark run away often?
I got no shirt.
It's right here.
He was asleep when they found him, right in his grave?
Yes.
Oh, hey, you can't wear your karate gi to school.
Asleep in a parking lot.
It's the Ace Arts.
Somebody get Mark dressed.
Got it. Come on, big man.
Most children prefer a bed to a parking lot.
Why is he doing this? Do you think he needs more exercise?
Mark sleepwalks.
We've taken him to the doctor.
Maybe we should put a bell on him.
So it's happened before.
Got a big sack of kid here.
Try it again.
Last week, our neighbor found him in the backyard about 4 houses down.
It's the Queen of Hearts.
The doctor thinks he might be upset on some level about my going back to work.
Well, I'm sorry for how this sounds, but I'd like your permission to talk to Mark's doctor.
The doctor said it was just a phase.
Mr. Saunders, your son was found asleep in a parking lot. He could have been hurt or abducted.
I'll get the phone number.
Let's do it again.
Why don't you just give me the card you want?
Okay, before we begin the custody hearing, I'd like to rule on Mr. Acuff's motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client, Mr. King, would like his 2 children, Danny, age 11, and Nicola, age 7, to direct their own independent counsel.
Paid for by him, no doubt.
Excuse me, I wasn't finished.
We object to this motion, Your Honor. He who pays the piper calls the day.
When the divorce was first granted, the children were too young to articulate their own opinions. But now they are competent individuals with a rational point of view.
You have clearly never dealt with 7 and 11-year-olds.
Counsel, no bickering in my court.
He's turned the children against me.
My kids have their own opinions, Judge, which they have formed from their own volitions.
Only a fool couldn't see through this transparent ploy.
Ms. Orr, I hope you're not implying that if I rule in favor of the motion that I'm a fool.
No, of course not, Your Honor. It's not you I think is a fool.
Nice grammar.
Oh, right. I think we're all forgetting that there are rules in this courtroom.
He thinks that if the children have their own lawyer, it doubles the number of arguments.
And what the voices of the children are not being heard in these versions.
You made them lonely with these son of a bitch. That is
The voices of the children are not being heard.
Hey, this is a court of law, damn it!
All right, I'm calling for a short recess, during which time counsel can educate their clients on the finer points of courtroom etiquette. Mr. Van Exel. Keep order in my own court, thank you.
That's great. I know you can. I apologize.
Well, maybe 4 hours sleep isn't enough for you, Mr. Smarty Pants.
May I assume, since you're calling me Mr. Smarty Pants, that the official part of the reprimand is over?
God, they hate each other. Even their lawyers hate each other.
Welcome to King v. Rowan. By the way, you have a message from a Ms. Darling confirming your meeting tonight.
Thank you.
Would this be Eloise Darling?
You know her?
She's a well-known barracuda.
Well, she's my divorce barracuda.
And believe me, you have nothing to worry about.
All I'm saying is, it is in your best interest to assume the worst. That way we're ready for anything. And the worst is...
Michael demands sole custody.
What are the arguments he'll use against you?
I don't understand.
You drink too much, you're promiscuous, you put your career ahead of your daughter's best interest.
No, I don't think Michael would say that.
Look, Amy, it's really important that we present you as the superior parent. Now, please, what are Michael's shortcomings?
I guess Michael abdicates responsibility.
What does abdicates responsibility mean?
Oh, sweetie, this is a grown-up conversation.
All the good stuff happens after I go to bed.
No, it doesn't. Hey, Mom!
Daddy lets me stay up until 10.
10? How old are you?
6. Who are you?
This is, Eloise. She's, Ishe, Inde, Irhe, anything. Hey.
I speak Latin, pig.
You should be fast asleep.
I can't sleep.
That's because you eat too much sugar and watch too much television.
Mom!
It's okay. I'm on your side.
Come on, I'll tuck you in.
But 10 o'clock is when I get sleepy.
Fine, you can nap till 10 and then go to sleep.
A strict bedtime would really be in your favor.
Tell that to her.
Donna?
Sorry. I was striving for silence.
No, that's okay. Listen. Your poem.
Did it blow?
No. It's good.
It is?
Yeah. Fleckless. Like an egg. Like love. Like loneliness. Like a wheel.
I think wheels and eggs and love are perfect. Don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, loneliness is perfect, too.
Perfect doesn't mean good.
Exactly. Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but how did you come up with this?
I just wrote my feelings. Oscar inspires me.
Huh. Maybe I should be an Oscar.
But you have Lisa. I mean, you haven't broken up, have you?
No, we haven't broken up. We haven't even... Yeah.
You know, when I was nervous about doing it, I talked to Judge Gray. She knows a lot.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
I mean, wow. She is so creative.
All right. Yeah, no, I get the idea. Yeah.
Thanks.
Mr. and Mrs. Frame, divorced 3 years, share joint legal custody of their 14-year-old daughter, Grace Frame. My client is asking the court to modify the custody agreement in his favor.
On what grounds?
Grace shows real potential to become a world-class gymnast.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor, but it's not all peaches and cream.
Mr. Frame is against world-class athletes.
My daughter has an opportunity to be extraordinary, but my ex-husband doesn't appreciate that.
That's not true, Your Honor, though he is concerned that his daughter's quality of life is being affected by the constant pressure and grind.
Grace Frame is currently a national age group champion in uneven bars, floor, and vaulting, if I may, Your Honor. She's also a straight A student. Her attendance record is impeccable, and her citizenship marks are beyond reproach. This young woman is a daughter that anyone in their right mind would be proud to claim. I think the photos speak for themselves, Your Honor.
So what's the problem, Mr. Frame?
That's her whole life, Your Honor. Gymnastics and school.
No drugs, no boys.
No fun. I'd like my daughter to live a normal life.
You mean an ordinary life?
Well, you've been unable to come to a compromise on your own.
There is no compromise for excellence, Your Honor.
Sorry? No reflection on present company.
Maxine, a Dr. Nishimura called in to double-check your credentials.
I told you that photo on my ID was fuzzy.
You're pursuing a sleepwalking case?
A little boy walks a mile in the middle of the night across a highway. I think it bears some scrutiny.
Did Dr. Nishimura find any signs of abuse?
No. The Saunders are regular visitors to the emergency ward, but there's a good, wholesome explanation for every injury.
Maxine, we have kids being sold for sex, beaten with extension cords, set on fire. Is that not enough for you?
No, Susie. You know my ambition is to root out abuse where there is none.
And if we find no signs of abuse, we move on to the next case, don't we?
That's usually the way it works.
It's Amy Grace, still holding for Michael Cassidy. King v. Rowan, go.
This is the 8th court appearance in 6 years over custody.
8. Yeah, that's a lot. Michael. Yeah, it's me. We need to talk about Lauren's bedtime.
3 court evaluators have identified the mother as the preferred parent.
Because 10 o'clock is too late. Well, I don't care if she says she's tired or not.
One of them testified that Mr. King was seeking custody more to punish the mother than out of any desire to be a full-time father.
Hey, Michael. When a child admits she's tired, it means she's overtired. So I am asking you in a civil manner to please make her go to bed earlier.
Do you need some privacy? Mr. King was chastised for holding back child support and spending the money on trips and expensive gifts.
Yeah, meanwhile, the mother wipes out her finances, putting braces on the kids. No, Michael. I didn't mean you. Be a man. Make the little girl go to bed.
Would you like me to start over?
No, I get the gist. The bastard wants me to give him power to torture the woman who's actually doing a pretty good job raising his children.
Okay.
I don't need to be objective about this, Bruce. Do the children, in the eyes of the law, have the right to direct their own legal independent counsel at the ages of 7 and 11? That's the only question I have to worry about.
Mark, do you remember me?
Mm-hmm.
Then you know it's okay with your mommy and daddy if you talk to me.
Yes, they said no secrets.
Do you usually have secrets in your family?
No, everybody knows us.
Really?
Andy's the quarterback, Sylvia got the highest marks, Davy met the mayor, Brent got a letter from the president,
I'm more interested in you, Mark.
and Brian raised the best chinchillas.
Mark, what do you like to do?
I like to go to my quiet place. I like to go to my quiet place.
Who's that? Would that be your sleepwalker?
It would.
Maxine, I thought we agreed you were going to move on.
We didn't agree, you agreed. And when only one person agrees, it's not binding.
Well, I just have to wonder what legitimate cases are suffering.
Did they teach you that one of the prime indicators of an abused child is a tendency to withdraw? An over-attachment to a secret, safe place? Because this little boy spends half his time under his bed. What's he hiding from?
5 brothers and sisters.
He's a quiet, observant, introspective little boy in a family of showboats.
Being an odd duck does not explain that degree of sleepwalking.
My thoughts, exactly.
Fine, Maxine. And how are you going to investigate these family dynamics? Surveillance, maybe?
That's not a bad idea, Susie. Thank you.
Now, why am I to believe that two minor children are capable of directing their own legal counsel?
Because, Your Honor, they have a strong point of view, which has not been heard in
They
court.
want to live with me.
Because you bribed them to feel that way.
Counsel,
With all due respect, Your Honor, I have to argue that this is not simply a matter of law.
On the legal issues alone, you cannot win. This is another shallow ploy by you and your client to torture my client.
My client lives every day in a state of torture, denied his children.
Your client is a bully who has stated time and time again, Your Honor, his intention to harass Miss Rowan until she gives up her children.
Oh, bite me, Roberta.
That would barely be a mouthful.
okay, that's it. Mr. Acuff, Ms. Orr, I'm holding you both in contempt.
Your Honor!
Lock them up. Put them in adjoining cells.
Your Honor.
Let's go. Come on.
Good job. We're going to jail. I hope you're happy now.
Me, you're the one who pissed her off.
Oh, shut up.
Aren't you tired of paying this fine?
I need this on my desk by 4. What's your name again?
Vincent,
Vincent, I don't need any book editors or critics. Nice scarf, Helen.
I don't want to write about books.
Thank you. What do you want to do then?
Well, I did a little reporting in college and afterwards, and I'm interested in doing it again.
Yeah, you know, you'd have to be a cub.
Yeah, I know that.
Why would you want to do that?
Honestly, because I have writer's block. And if there's anything I remember about reporting, it pretty much cures you of that.
Yeah, but you'd be writing about crap. And my cub reporters are college kids that I can abuse.
I really want to do this. I can take the abuse.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Vincent. You can cover the Parks Commission meeting this afternoon. If you still want the job after that, then I'm a believer.
Parks Commission. Something big going on?
Not the entire time I've been at this newspaper.
We have workouts or practice twice a day. Alternate days there are weight sessions. Weekends it's pretty much all day.
What about time off?
After an important meet, we sometimes take a few days. Mr. Trevana doesn't want us to lose our edge.
Grigor Trevanin is her coach, Your Honor.
You're 14, Grace.
14, and she hasn't had her first period yet, Your Honor.
Objection? A little sensitivity, Mr. Klein. You do look young for your age.
I know. Mr. Trevana says I'm a late bloomer. It's a good thing for a gymnast not to have breasts. Mr. Trevana calls them airbags.
I see. Okay. Now, you understand your parents have quite a difference of opinion. What do you want to do?
Well, Mom wants me to keep going. And Mr. Trevana says only losers quit.
What do you think?
Mr. Trevana says with the right attitude I could win an Olympic gold medal.
Would you like that?
Only losers quit, Mr. Trevana says.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Trevanin.
As you can see by footnote 36A, the projected density of the development exceeds the estimate done by the zoning commission.
The zoning commission estimates were superseded by the findings of the land use task force.
However, they were referenced by the state urban development
I don't
Committee.
see what the state has to do
Well,
with
sir,
it.
since the park has already been named by the Public Lands Council.
What name?
Martin Luther King Jr. Park.
Get out of here. Anybody hear about this?
No?
Why is it always Martin Luther King?
He was a great man?
Well, yes, he was a great man. But there are other great men just as important to this country. J. Edgar Hoover, for example. Well, what's wrong with J. Edgar Hoover Park?
Mr. Chairhoff, Vincent Gray of the Hartford Globe and Mail.
Nice to meet you, Vince. What'd you do to get sent to the gulag?
I'm looking for some clarification. You really think that J. Edgar Hoover deserves to have a park named after him?
Why, don't you?
I'm really more interested in your point of view.
That man had a tough job. He created the best law enforcement agency in the world. He had been lucky enough to get shot. He'd have a national holiday, too.
Ms. Orr, Mr. Acuff, I hope I've made it clear that I expect everyone in the courtroom to abide by my rules. Danny, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'd like you to answer them honestly.
I want to live with my father.
I see. Can you tell me why?
He's a good father. We do stuff.
What kind of stuff?
We go places, the movies, and my mother never takes us to the movies. She never wants to do anything fun.
Your Honor, I think it's quite clear that Danny has been coached.
He's simply telling the truth.
Counsel, I would like to talk to Danny King without interruption. Thank you. Danny, when you get a bad mark in school, what happens?
When my Nintendo gets taken away, I get grounded.
By whom?
Mom.
And what does your dad do?
We don't talk about school.
I mean, when you do something bad, what does your dad do?
Well, we don't do anything bad when we're with him.
Could you bring in Daniel's sister, Nicola? Why do you think you need a lawyer?
Well, because everyone's against my dad.
Oh, really?
Well, he keeps trying to bring us home with him, and we want to. But the government's against him. And if I had my own lawyer, he'd be able to help me. Because I'd be the boss of him.
Well, thank you, Danny. I appreciate your honesty. Hi, Nicola. I'm Judge Gray. You don't have to be afraid. I just want to talk to you.
It's all right, baby. Be a brave girl. Just say what we talked about. She'll be okay in a minute. Just give her a minute. Come on, baby. Maybe a glass of water. Hey, quit having an influence on her.
Please, can't we make this stop, please? I'll do whatever you want, just please make this stop. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Oh, God. It's not one of those abusive babysitter tapes, is it? Because I can't take it.
No, as a matter of fact, it's like watching the Roberto Benigni family.
Should I be offended that you've taken to watching other families' home videos?
I've got a little boy who sleepwalks a mile. Something's wrong in his life. So I borrowed a bunch of their tapes. It's probably a wild goose chase.
They do seem a bit precious.
Do you think it's possible for happiness to be oppressive?
I don't know. Sounds like a pretty high-class problem.
Remember my friend Evelyn?
Oh, God. The one who hummed all the time.
But that's why I had to stop seeing her. She was too damn cheerful. She required me to be cheerful, too.
Yeah, but still, that doesn't qualify as abuse. Will you turn that off?
See? It's driving you crazy.
Well, I'm cranky. I'm getting no sleep. I don't want to be around happiness.
I broke my lamp.
How?
Turning it on because I couldn't sleep.
Lauren, it's a weeknight.
So?
So, you need more sleep before school.
Why?
Because sleep makes you smarter. You could stay up until 10 on a school night, but then you'd have a hard time concentrating in class.
No, I wouldn't.
Sweetie, you have to trust me on this. You may not feel sleepy, but you...
Lauren, put down the lamp and go to bed.
But...
Don't argue.
But...
There goes TV for tomorrow. You want to throw in computer games?
Can she take stuff away from me?
I just did. Go to bed. Now.
I can do that in court. Why not here?
You're getting divorced. You're afraid of alienating her. If you take my advice, you'll give yourself permission to be a parent.
Can I go and tuck her in?
All right. Don't take any lip.
I know they're supposed to be happy, but that sure sounds like murder. Oh, God, Bruce, are you all right?
Judge Gray, I'm sorry. I was just studying.
Oh, no, you can use my desk, Bruce. Especially 2 in the morning. No, I just came to look up some sentencing guidelines.
Still can't sleep, huh?
Yeah, it's this custody thing.
King v. Rowan?
Oh, Michael v. me. What are you doing?
I keep an extra shirt in my bag.
Oh, that's smart.
Judge Gray.
Hey, Donna. You get the metro section?
Never read it. It's too depressing. Allergies. Technological marvel.
Hey, what do you think of that?
Ugh, what a jerk. I already heard it on the news.
The TV news?
Yeah.
I must have picked up my story. It's probably on the AP.
Your story?
Yeah. I wrote this.
You did? Wow, you did. You're so multi-talented. Are you going to be a reporter now?
I guess I am.
That's great. I just need to get laid. Too far?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Grace Frame has the talent. If she's not lazy in her head, she will go far.
Well, that's not what I asked you, Mr. Trevannon.
It is the important facts. What you want to know is not important.
Well, nonetheless, this is my courtroom, and I'm asking you, does Grace Frame enjoy gymnastics?
It's very hard for you to understand.
Really?
You have not led extraordinary life. You are coming.
Hey!
I'm sorry, but it's true. If you had done more with your life, aimed higher, you would not be stuck in this shabby place.
Your Honor, I just want to remind the court that Mr. Trevannon is an immigrant, and so his English might seem a bit abrupt.
Uh-huh. Well, if we could return to Grace Frame, what about her is pertinent?
She's a good girl. She does what she's told. She wins the meets. She pays attention.
She doesn't argue with you?
Never.
She's never willful?
I would not permit.
She follows your instructions without complaining?
I insist on this from all my girls.
Well, thank you, Mr. Trevannon. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
A brief recess?
No, I'm ready to make my ruling. I'm extremely loath to remove custody from Mrs. Frame, at least without a thorough psych evaluation. My best guess is that the evaluation will show Grace Frame to be stunted, both emotionally and physically, because of an over-arrogant, bullying coach.
But he's the best coach in the world.
So he informed us. But if the evaluation comes back the way I think it will, then I will consider modifying the custody agreement in Mr. Frame's favor.
But why?
I understand the sacrifices necessary to become an extraordinary person. But Grace Frame shows no passion for gymnastics, no fire. And unlike you, I am not willing to let an impressionable child be bullied into making those kinds of sacrifices.
Your Honor, is there anything my client can do to prove her commitment to Grace's well-being?
Well, if Grace were to change coaches, I might look upon that as a significant sign that Mrs. Frame puts her daughter's interests first. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Saunders, I suspect you're going to have some problems with what I'm about to tell you.
Oh my God, you're not going to take Mark, are you?
But we've cooperated in every way.
I don't want to have to disrupt what is, by all accounts, a very loving family, but I think I've discovered something that you need to know.
About Mark?
Yes.
I'm out of here.
And the fact is that Mark is not like the rest of you.
You mean he's not normal?
Actually, he is normal. The rest of you are high-spirited.
Well, yeah, Mark is shyer than our other kids, but we've been working on that.
You try to draw him out of his shell. I think that's maybe a mistake.
We don't want him to go through life missing the fun.
So to cheer him up, you...
Make him take part in our games. You know, we just don't want him to hide away.
I can't help but noticing on your tapes that you all tickle him a lot.
What's wrong with tickling? I mean, it's the only time we get to hear the poor little guy laugh.
He begs you to stop, and you don't.
It's just a game.
Not to him.
What are you saying, that Mark can't distinguish between tickling and what, a beating?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Mr. Saunders. In both cases, the child experiences a loss of power. He feels helpless and humiliated.
You can't be serious.
You heard him laughing.
That's not laughter, that's hysteria. He feels as helpless and brutalized as if you were beating him.
Mark is sleepwalking because we tickle him.
We just want Mark to be happy like our other kids.
I'm afraid you want him to seem happy. There's a very big difference. Do your son a favor, just let him be.
Okay, I'm ready to rule on Mr. Acuff's motion that the minor children of Jack King and Tara Rowan be allowed to direct their own independent counsel. Now, it is obvious to me that these ongoing custody hearings have become so rancorous that the children do need representation which attends to their needs first and foremost. But, in addition, I am also ordering the guardian ad litem be appointed to safeguard the children's interests.
A guardian ad litem is usually appointed in neglect or abuse cases.
In my opinion, this is an abuse case, Mr. Acuff. In my opinion, these children are being abused by a father who wants to strike back at his ex-wife through his children. And the only ones suffering more than she is are the children.
I don't understand.
A guardian ad litem is charged by the court to pursue the best interests of the child, even if counter to the child's stated desires, especially in a situation where the children may have been unduly influenced.
The court is overstepping the issue before it.
Well, we all have to stretch in life, Mr. Acuff. I'm ordering a continuance in the King versus Rowan custody hearing to give the guardian ad litem time to evaluate Danny and Nicola's best interests.
Maybe you get a decent sleep tonight.
Not if I keep having these wacky dreams.
Dreams? What kind of dreams?
Nothing. I mean, just stupid. Meaningless, really.
Well, dreams are wish fulfillment, you know.
Well, not always. I mean, sometimes you just dream stuff. Like when you eat cheese.
I must have missed that lecture on Freud.
Freud was a cocaine addict who was in love with his mother. Good night.
Good night.
You still awake?
Well, look who's talking.
This is my personal quiet time.
I'm afraid to sleep. Dreams are freaking me out.
Really? That bad?
I dreamed I kissed Bruce. My CSO.
You need to have sex. Well, you do. But your age, please. You're not having sex, it starts to affect your brain.
I can't believe you're saying that.
It hasn't crossed your mind?
Yeah, once. A day.
That's like breathing or eating. It makes you healthier. Thank God your father and I were always on the same page about that.
Ma.
Things will change. You'll meet somebody.
What if I don't?
You will.
And I miss it, Mom. Miss the whole thing. Being in a relationship. Having a partner. Somebody who can finish my sentences. Knows where all my scars are. Somebody I can talk to in the middle of the night. Somebody with a penis.
When what separates us from madness are all the veils of gossamer. A veneer of strength betrays us and slips away like rain. And this is the hour where every burden is unloaded. Our souls will fly until we cannot feel the sting.